A man decided to end his own life after he found out that he had only one last birthday to live. He didn't know this until he blew out the candles on his cake. What happened next shocked everyone. Hi everyone! Welcome back to our channel. In today's video, we will be discussing a very serious topic. So viewer discretion is advised. If you are a fan of stories like these, then make sure to subscribe so you don't miss out on similar stories in the future. Our protagonist for the story is a 42-year-old man who was celebrating his birthday with his family and friends. He was a simple man who didn't have much in terms of wealth, but he was a loving husband and father to his kids. Life was good for him, even though he had his share of struggles. But as they say, as long as you have your loved ones by your side, you are truly blessed. However, on this particular day, something strange happened. As he was blowing out the candles on his cake, he made a wish. But before he could make the wish, his wife stopped him and said, "Don't blow out the candles, my love. You already have everything you could ever need. You are blessed, my dear husband." He looked at her in confusion, but he listened to her and held the candles. Instead of blowing them out, he closed his eyes and thought about how grateful he was to have such a wonderful life. After he had thought about all the things he was grateful for, he opened his eyes and made a wish. But as soon as he uttered the wish, a voice echoed through the room. It said, "You have been granted a wish, but it comes at a price." The voice startled him, and so did his family and friends. They were all scared and confused. The voice continued, "You have lived a good and righteous life, so I am giving you an option. You can either choose to die peacefully in your sleep tonight, or you can choose to live out the remainder of your days, which will be full of pain and suffering." He was shocked. He didn't know what to do. He looked at his family and friends, then back at his wife. She was crying. The kids were scared, and his friends were trying to figure out what had just happened. He knew he couldn't leave his family behind like this, so he told everyone to go home and be with their families. When they all left, he was left alone in the room with his wife. He asked her why she had done this to him, and she told him that she had no idea what he was talking about. As the night went on, he kept thinking about what the voice had said. In the end, he decided to accept his fate. He didn't want to be selfish and wanted to be with his family. So he peacefully slept in his bed, ready to face whatever came next. In the morning, his wife woke up to find him dead. She was heartbroken, but she knew he was in a better place now. She took his body in her arms and cried. She didn't understand why he had to die, but she knew it wasn't her fault. As the news of his death spread, everyone was shocked. They couldn't believe that he was gone. They all gathered together to pay their respects to him. Little did they know that he was watching over them from above, smiling down at them. He may have been gone, but he would never be forgotten. If you liked this story, then make sure to tell us in the comments below. Also, don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss out on similar stories in the future. Thanks for watching. See you next time!